Hi, I asked Spirit for a message to share with you today, and they said to talk about hope and the role that light workers are going to be asked to play in the coming years as far as hope goes. So, this collective that I am tapping into today, one of the things that you're going to be asked to do is to be a holder and a bringer of hope. So, as you know, you have a bigger view on what is going on in the world right now. And you understand that we are going through the early stages of shifting from 3D to 5D consciousness. And in order for that to happen, the old has to go. So the old systems and structures that have served to prop up the 3D matrix, the 3D world that we live in, it's no longer sustainable. And because we as humanity and Mother Earth herself have decided to ascend to 5D consciousness, the shift is not going to be smooth, and change is never smooth and easy. And things have to be destroyed before they can be rebuilt in many ways. Not everything, but there will be many instances of things being dismantled and destroyed. And that kind of change causes chaos sometimes. Whether it's Mother Earth going through her own changes and what she needs to do that can cause disruptions in the world through different events, but also humanity also having to deal with what happens when systems and structures and organizations and the things that we're used to changing. And it's funny because Spirit's saying, like, people want this change. This is exactly what we have asked for. Even people who aren't really spiritually aware, spiritually awakened, they want these changes. Everyone is looking around and seeing how the world is not working like they want it to, and they want change. But when they see things like falling apart, they don't realize that that is part of what's bringing the new changes, the new positive things that will result from all of these seemingly like negative things happening. And most people are seeing what's going on as far as like the destruction and the dismantling of the systems as more evidence of how bad things are, and they're like, this is just exactly why things aren't working, things are getting worse, that sort of thing. And the role that we play as light workers, or one of the roles, is to offer hope to people. And I'm not sure exactly in what ways, but Spirit is saying it starts mainly with our vibration. And hope has a very particular frequency to it. It's not just, high vibration. It's a very particular frequency that we can start working with now. So Spirit is saying, look at areas in your life where something might not be working really well. An area where you may be feeling a lack of hope. Something that you just don't feel like you have a solution to. Or maybe you have a relationship with someone in your life so it's not happening to you personally, but maybe you're observing someone in your life who isn't doing well, and you may be feeling a little bit hopeless about the trajectory that you think might be possible for them, something like that. And Spirit is saying, use situations like this to become more aware of how your vibration, as far as hope goes, can make a difference in that person's life. So they're reminding me of a situation in my own life. I don't want to share details about it, but it's just a situation where I can observe someone not in a judgmental kind of way, but when you see someone maybe making choices that are bringing negativity to their lives, and you think, gosh, if they just didn't make those choices, their life would be going better, that sort of thing. I have found that hope is something that I've had to cultivate, because a lot of times I felt like there was nothing else I could do. It's kind of a thing that you get to, a quality, I guess you could say, that you get to sometimes in your life when you feel desperate, when you just feel like there's nothing else you can do, and you completely surrender and you just give it to God, to Spirit to handle. But you do it in a way that is so trusting. I can just remember, and Spirit's reminded me of a couple different instances in my life with some people I'm very close to, where I felt like nothing that I could do or say was going to help this person or these people. I'm thinking of several different people. And I let it go, and I surrendered it to God, and I trusted so completely and so fully that this was just part of their path and that everything was going to be okay. And I would change the way I just, how do I want to say it? Like, it's not the way I was acting with those people, but it was just an energy I would hold when I was with them, of just so much certitude that everything was going to be okay. It was like this hope I had deep in my soul, that was just built on trust, and trust in the divine, and trust in their path. And when I just relaxed into that and really embodied hope for that person, and not in a, because I'm feeling like hope can sometimes be like, oh, I'm hoping and I'm praying that they're going to be okay. It's different than that. It's hope that is built on this like solid foundation of trust and enormous amounts of patience for it to take as long as it takes. So what I wanted to say about that, and I think why Spirit was showing me that, is in both of these situations, things did improve, and that these people started making better choices for themselves without me even saying anything or doing anything in the physical. It was just all energetic, and we don't realize how powerful the energy that we hold and the vibration that we hold affects everyone around us, and most especially the people that we are closest to. And that is something Spirit is saying, start practicing that in your life, in your personal relationships, and it will just become a way of being for you. And as things start changing in the physical world, as we're moving forward, just in a collective, global kind of way, our role as light workers, holding that hope for what's to come and for the people around us who are struggling, is going to make such a huge difference. And Spirit just wants me to really emphasize that. I'm also being drawn to the poem by Emily Dickinson called Hope is the Thing with Feathers. I think I'm saying that correctly. I would drop it in the poem in the description box, but I'm not sure about copyright with that. So look that poem up. I know it's a poem about resilience, and I keep seeing feathers everywhere, like more than usual. And even this morning, there was some significance, some synchronicities with feathers this morning. So I think that's tying back into this message, and Spirit's encouraging me to share that with you, to look up that poem. It's really beautiful, and I will ruin it if I try to recite it. I think I know the first stanza of the poem, but it's a poem that is about hope and resilience in times of difficulty. Even though you may not see the results, or there's something about the end of the poem where it's like you have hope even though you don't receive anything in return. And this has been a repeating theme that Spirit's been sharing with me with this collective of light workers I'm talking to. We may not see, and I know the majority of my subscribers, if you're one of my few subscribers, thank you. And I noticed, I looked in my analytics on the back end of my channel, and almost all of my subscribers are over the age of 55, I believe. So I'm about to turn 53. So most of my subscribers are in my age group or beyond. And, you know, in terms of the new earth, we may not see the full, you know, fruition of the new earth. And it's really important for this collective to hold on to hope for ourselves in the work that we're doing, and understand that we are making an enormous difference. We are the pioneers of the new earth. So we're kind of going first. We're the forefathers, the pioneers, Spirit likes to tell me. And, you know, anytime you have people on kind of like the forefront of a new movement, you often don't see the final results. But to not worry or lose hope ourselves about the work that we're doing, and the importance of just how we show up in the world and our vibration, and this essence of hope, how much difference it's going to make. So I'm going to leave the message here. I think that's mainly what Spirit wanted to share. I just wanted to do a quick video today. So I hope that this brings you hope for your work, and know how important you are and how important your role is. And I'll see you really soon. Bye.